we want to make sure you get in the way and that you don't give up and that you get in good trouble. As a matter of fact, we have signs available. If you don't have a sign, on my left-hand side, Keith is holding the sign. Let me see these signs up. Come on, let's see what you got. I love it. Protect our vote. Freedom is not a state, it is an act. Make good trouble. Necessary trouble. Oh my goodness, I can't read that one. Make some noise. Make some noise, Livermore. Come on. Well, excited that you're here. Thank you so much for having me. Keith, I'm going to use this microphone over here.
You got it.
So I can walk around a bit. My name is Faith Alpher, and we want to make sure to start on time for all of you beautiful people. I'm grateful for the weather because let's be honest, this time last year, it was about 115 degrees. Anybody remember that from last year? Okay, maybe it was 110, I apologize. But it was extremely hot. You're welcome to come close. I promise you I will not bite. This rally is dedicated to John Lewis, Congressman John Lewis. And he got into good trouble. As a matter of fact, his mother coined the term good trouble. Because when he was younger, he got into trouble. So his mother said, well, if you're going to get into trouble, you might as well get into good trouble. Right? That sort of thing. So that's what he started. And then unfortunately, wouldn't you know, he was known as a troublemaker because he wanted to protect the right to vote. He wanted to make sure black people had a vote. And can you imagine that was trouble back then? That was trouble. But what we're doing today is we're getting into good trouble. We're meeting. I know a lot of you are frustrated and angry and upset, but this is an opportunity for you to yell and scream and rally, because that is what a rally was all about. That's what a rally is all about. So yeah, you can applaud that. So it's summertime, right? And it's July. And a lot of people go away, but those of you who showed up today, you are special. And time is a rare commodity that you can never get back. So thank you so much for being here. Give yourselves a hand. So I wanted to share a story that a lot of Livermore kids know, because I have the pleasure to speak to a lot of the schools all over the country, and I've spoken to a lot of schools, and I shared with them this story, and it's unfortunate because the story I'm about to share, to a lot of these young people, it is completely like silly, like they didn't get it. And I figured when it comes time for me to share, let me share something that I never got a chance to share before. We have Jacqueline and Michael, two outstanding speakers who are going to speak to you in a few moments, but I figured let's kick it off speaking and sharing. As a matter of fact, there's something I didn't do. I didn't get you all chanting. Wait a minute, hold up. Whitley, thank you for letting me be myself. Can you hit that? And it's on the rally. All right, Livermore, come on, put your hands together. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. When I say good, you say trouble. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Good! 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on. Put your hands together, put your hands together. Just pump your fists like this, come on. Pump your fists like this. Who's ready to get into good trouble? I almost forgot this part. This is how we start our rallies in Livermore, California. Who showed up today to get into good trouble? Who is going to lead this rally a little bit different? A little bit different, okay? All right. Thank you so much. Woo. Let's turn that down. Thank you for letting me be myself. Sly and the Family Stone. Goodness. Oh my goodness, I almost lost my voice over that one. I felt me turning up. Turning up. Okay, so let me take you back to New Jersey, where I was born and from. Jersey girl, best in the world. I got married in Harlem, went to church in New York, was always in New York and New Jersey. That is what has made me. So when I first moved here, we moved to Scotts Valley. We won't talk about that. We're going to keep it good. Whoa, let's keep it going. For those of you that don't know me, let me introduce myself. So I have been here in Livermore for close to 30 years. I have worked, a lot of you know me probably from listening to me on the radio, 10 to 2, 1017 KKIQ. Thank you. You should all be listening. We give away free stuff all the time. It's ridiculous, but we give it away because I can't have it. What else? I get a chance to speak and to motivate and to bring change. I also get a chance to make people laugh and to bring people joy. So I'll be celebrating 20 years of doing stand-up comedy. So, if you laugh, you can laugh with me or at me. It doesn't really make a difference. So let me take you back to Jersey, where I grew up. The day I showed up to school, I remember like it was yesterday, 7th grade. I went through a K through 8 private school. And I showed up, and we had a substitute teacher. I don't know if you remember back in the day, but when you walk in the door and have a substitute teacher, you're like, woohoo, thank God. I mean, I didn't do my homework, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But I distinctly remember this substitute teacher was weird anyway. I'm sorry. He was weird. He was wearing high waters back in the 70s. It wasn't even out now. Now high waters is cool. But back then it was a little weird. Well, I remember being in math class just like it was yesterday. And he asked a question. Well, those of you that know my story, I was not a good student. I got kicked out of 2 colleges. Yes, I went on to get my master's and I traveled, whatever have you. The reason I got kicked out is because I just didn't do well. It's something that I literally went from F's to A's getting in graduate school. Anyway, I wasn't a good student, but he asked a question and I actually knew the answer. So I shot my hand up really high. I was doing one of those welcome back hollers. Ooh, 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 Mr. Carter, ooh, ooh, ooh. And Mr. M, he looked at me, and then Matthew was like, kind of raising his hand up. Matthew Murphy, another dude, 7th grade, kind of raising his hand, and he looked at me dead in the face and said, Faith, I'm sorry, you can't answer that question because you're black. Let Matthew answer. And I promise you, you know how when you get nervous, I don't know about you all, but like there's like a nervous, like like this uncomfortable laugh. 12-year-old. And I was like, I put my hand down. And I remember Matthew was like, Matthew put his hand down. He said, no, Matthew, go ahead, answer the question. And Matthew didn't say a word. Well, he dismissed the class. Everyone was in shock. No one said anything. This is 7th grade. And I remember we went out to recess, and all the kids came to me. Faith, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah. You know, trying to be cool, brush. Yeah, no, but they were like, but that was wrong. He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said, it doesn't matter, you're black. It doesn't matter. I'm like, yeah, but it's okay. You know, trying to be. But inside, my heart is racing. But I knew as soon as class let out at 3:10, I was going to go home. I was a latchkey kid. Anybody remember latchkey kids? I was going to go home and wait for the person that could get into good trouble, which was my mother. My mother came home from work. I told her very casually, and she was so calm, the type of calm mom. She said, okay. And I remember she picked up the phone, because back in the day, you know, we had phones on the wall. She picked up the phone and she was just dialing. And I went upstairs and she was dialing. I don't know who she was dialing. I don't know who she was talking to. She didn't yell. She didn't scream. She was peaceful like we are here. Then the next day, she said, I'm going to meet you at school. I said, don't you have to go to work? She said, no, we are going to meet you. And I'm thinking, who the heck are we? Who is we? Well, my friends, she got into good trouble that day because she got the moms and some of the dads, and they were outside in the schoolyard, and they had signs telling the admin that he had to go. He had to go. They didn't yell, they didn't scream, but they just stood there with the signs. My mom eventually went in and talked to the principal, and I want you to know that day he left and he never came back. He never came back, and that is the epitome of good trouble. So I will ask you this question. When you see an injustice, let's be honest, they are all around us. Sometimes you may not find that you have the voice to share. Sometimes you may find that, well, gosh, I'm embarrassed and I don't want to say anything. This is what I say. If someone has the nerve to say something off, disrespectful, racist, or bigoted, then we should have the nerve to say something back.
Yeah.
To say that it is wrong. And if you're uncomfortable, get somebody with us, because my friends, let me tell you something. It's about diversity. Can you imagine if we didn't have diversity? It's like eating Thai food with no seasoning. Or whatever type of food with no seasoning. Seasoning makes everything better. When you have different opinions of different people, and when you're talking, that is real. That is America. That is what it's about. You know, it's a shame we have to even have this. But here we are. Here we are celebrating a man who was the youngest speaker on the March on Washington at 23 years old. Woo. And apparently, so they say, some preachers were talking to him going, now don't, you don't have to be so, you don't have to do all of that. And he said, no, I'm going to use my voice. And we all have a voice and we all have a story. So all I'm asking you is to use your voice for good. Don't get out of the way, get in the way. Because that's the only thing that's going to make a difference. The only thing that's going to make a difference. When I first got here in Scotts Valley, I remember going out to eat, and it was late at night, back in the 90s. And my husband is of the lighter hue. You know what I mean? And I remember him going into the store, and I remember him talking to this guy, because I could see, and I don't know what they were talking about, but my husband got out a picture, and I saw him show the man, and I saw him kind of make a face. Well, when my husband came back to the car, I said, what was that all about? He said, he said something really racist and ignorant. And I said, hey, let me show you a picture of my black wife. What do you think he did? He apologized. But why apologize? It's in you. Right? You know, people say things, you go, oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not. It's in you. So we're about love, we're about peace. I want to share with you a spoken word, and we're going to get the other speakers coming down. Thank you, Vanna. Thank you. Thank you. That's my awesome daughter. Give her a hand. So I wrote this, and I shared it a couple of times, but I heard that some want to hear it again. It's called The Flag. I love my flag, by the way. I honor, I cherish, I feel like I absolutely am proud of my flag. But I must admit, sometimes when I see it around town, it makes me nervous, because I'm like, okay, what exactly does it mean? So I wrote this, and it's called The Flag. I saw a flag flying the other day, and I stood still. There was this drill-like feeling in my soul that I could not control, because what does this flag mean? It should mean freedom and liberty for all, but the negativity and the hostility can change on a dime. Like it's a crime to fly the flag and be proud of this country. You see, we have been seduced to reduce the importance of the flag. Our democracy and the hypocrisy of my freedom feels a little tainted. You see, I love my flag, I honor my flag, but it is for all people, not just for me. Can you imagine American citizens with rights and privileges being treated fairly? Rarely. Can you imagine a place where we can fly the flag and not gag that it might represent a few with a manifesto of innuendos, callous moral privileges? You see, when you fly the flag, you irrigate the toxic waters and slaughter the possibilities of what could be. It could be a celebration and joy, a uniting of our country together. I call it a moral truth because of our youth. You see, they are watching us. They see it all. What kind of example are we setting? Are we forgetting that our flag enhances the soul? It should be our goal to treat it with love, but love for all people. All people. Yes. Hold on, I lost my place. I got excited. That's what happens. Thank you, sir. Are we forgetting that our flag enhances the soul? It should be our goal to treat it with love, but love for all people, not just for some. So let's become a drum of faith, hope, and love for all, because calamity might unite us, but it will be our kindness that lights our ease, our dis-ease of mean-spirited ambition. Fly the flag for all. The feeble, the strong, the wrong, the aged, the afraid, and those looking for freedom. We fly the flag for you. Oh, what of you? Thank you. All right. We are right on time. Let's keep this rally going. And let me introduce you the right way, Jacqueline. And that's what happens when you